Welcome back to Glass Ceiling TV. Oh, well, yeah, Glass Ceiling TV Talk, Glass Ceiling Talk, whatever. I'm your host, Jordan. This is a continuation of my last video about knowing your worth. I got cut off, sorry. But where we were last time, mostly we're talking about like in the job, whatever you do for a living, like how you get paid, just giving your best effort and everything. Even if you don't feel like it that day, you're just giving your best effort. We kind of went off on some tangents. I haven't listened back to it. When I got cut off, as soon as I was able to get back, I got back to it. So I haven't listened to it at all. I'm just going off what I remember. I know I was preaching. Y'all better leave that in the comments of the last video. Preach. Preacher. Shout out to Kirk Franklin. But being realistic with what you want to do. Obviously, if you haven't played, when I was trying to go to when I was talking about baseball, obviously, if you haven't played since high school or college and you're 30, 34, 35, maybe baseball isn't the path you're supposed to be going down. Maybe that might be a lost cause. I mean, maybe you still have a chance. Maybe you can find a way to get on a team. I mean, we are in a pandemic, so this might be the best time to do it if that's what you. Hey, whatever. If you do it, congratulations. When all this is over with, send me some tickets so I can come see you play. But that's where I was trying to go with my baseball, with my having playing since high school or college point. But I was talking about the movie. I started talking about the movie Rookie, the Rookie. But how you can improve in all the things I discussed last time as well towards the end about being a better person, a mother, father, however you describe yourself, sis, bro, whatever, grandparent, neighbor, friend, lover. No, knowing your worth, not what you think it should. Like what I was saying, not what you think it should be, but what it actually is and how you can improve it. And not just one aspect, but in all of those. Because if you improve, and I was saying, like, if you're mean, you're just mean. Like, if you're just a mean person, that's just who you are. Like, that's totally fine. You don't have to be something you're not in public. You don't have to be nice, friendly, and then once they get to know you, you're something totally different. Like, you could have just been that from the beginning. You still a cool person, but like, you don't have to be something you're not. You can be yourself. You got to be careful nowadays. You can't, especially now with cancel culture, you have to be careful how you say things, the way you say them, what you support. And frankly, I don't necessarily agree. I'll just say that you should be able to, well, I'll say you should be able to support whatever you want to support. So people should just respect that. We got to stop expecting people to feel a certain way about something. But that's knowing your self-worth. Because if you know your self-worth, you know what you can do. You know where you're limited at, not even because you can't, but not even because you haven't tried, but it just wasn't meant to be, or you gotta respect people's views. You can tell if someone's a problem. You can tell within the first day of being somewhere. You can tell the first time hanging out with someone. You can tell the first time seeing somebody. Maybe okay, maybe not the first time, but you at some point before you even really realize it, they've done something in some way that you're like, okay, okay. I mean, that's not bad, but I don't really like that. You can tell those kind of people. They're all over the place. And again, it's not even that they mean to. And now we're talking about, but you have to know your self-worth. You have to be open to experiencing something new, even if it's not comfortable, even something you're totally not into necessarily. What you first think. But until you've tried it, until you have gained a valid opinion on it. Like, and I'm not even talking about anything relationship wise. I'm just talking in general. Until you've been in that situation, you can't really judge how that's going to go. You can't judge why you don't like that person or why things didn't work out in your favor. Some people are only meant to get so far. It's just how it's been their whole life. It's just what has been in the cards for them. I mean, you have points in your life where you'll have a situation that can, maybe you don't see it at first. Maybe it's not what you expected at first or what you thought it would be, or a chance to better yourself, but you go for either you're too scared because there's no security in it, like you don't know if it's going to work, like you're interested but you're not, or maybe you're not even interested because there's no security in it. Like, if this falls apart, like that's your whole life. Or maybe you go with something else and they're better right now, but over time you're going to grow past them, or they're going to not be enough to fill you with what you need, or they're going to become evil and take away from you what you thought you deserved. There's different scenarios for everything. But you have to be constant and you have to fight for what you want, not physically, but in the way you do things. There's plenty of people successful out here who don't wear suits, who don't have a clean shaven head, who don't do this, do that. But there's a certain way that they talk. There's a certain way that they walk. There's a certain way that they move. You can tell. People are going to try to hold you back. They will. People are going to try to keep you from where you're going. They will. You can't let that distract you. If you want something bad enough, you got to hunger for it. You got to hunger for it. Even if you're working from zero, you don't know what you're doing at all, but you know this is what's going to help you get to where you want to be. And you can't think about it as maybe I won't get there. You got to stay positive. You're going to get where you're supposed to get. But there are chances where you can elevate that into something else. But you're going to get to a point where you're going to get to where you're supposed to be. Whether you make it to the top or you fail miserably. Or you're just comfortable. But it's all about knowing your self-worth. You know what you bring to this organization. You know what you bring to this world. You know what you bring to the people in your community. You know what you bring to the people around you. Now, I really want you all to sit and think about your self-worth. How Not just how you value yourself, how other people would value you. Don't ask them. I mean, you can if you want to. They're probably going to lie to you. But how do you think people value you? Why do you think people value you that way? What can you be better at in that way? In other ways? But y'all know what to do. Subscribe. Like this video. Like the other one too. I didn't get a chance to put my stuff out there. But comment what you think I should talk about next. If you like this, if you liked these videos. If you didn't, what I can do better. But yeah, follow me, Big Papa Russell, Twitter, Instagram, Jovid Instagram, Jovid23 _ and you will have a good rest of the day. Peace.